Okay, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to reseed a lawn and the correct way to do it and why you want to do it this way. I'm going to be showing you guys some tips, how I do it, what equipment I use, and the grass seed that I'll be using. So you can see I'm using Centipede Grass. So the seeds are really tiny. One thing with Centipede Grass, you got to be careful with your spreader. That it's going to just dump out because it's so small. I mean, the seeds are just almost microscopic. You want to make sure that it's completely closed. You don't want to shake it at all, because even if it's closed, it can get through and it'll come out. On this solo spreader, which is an awesome spreader, I like it. It's a chest spreader, and it hangs right in front of you around your neck, and it's right on your chest, and then you walk around and spread it from there. Works great for large areas and you can control it. There's a couple things I don't like about it, and I'll tell you the things that I like first. So it holds quite a bit. It'll hold about 20 pounds of seed, which is nice. It does have an adjustment down here where you can open and close the spreader, so you can adjust for different types of seed. You can adjust for the amount of seed you're spreading at one time. You want to be really careful if you're spreading small seed like this centipede seed here, because I mean, you open it up just a little bit and it's just dumping it out. So you want to be really careful with that. I got a pretty major issue here in Hawaii with weeds. The weeds come up so fast. They usually come up faster than the grass seed, especially if you're using a grass seed like centipede seed, which takes a while to sprout. It takes about 2 weeks to come up, and it takes about a year to get established. So that's the major problem with centipede, but once it's established, it's amazing. I'll show you guys in a little bit after I've done spreading the areas that I've done about a year ago, and show you how nice it is. But right now you can see this here. I spread grass seed down maybe about 2 months ago, and you don't see much of it. I mean, this is mostly weeds and bad grasses coming in. So what the goal is just to keep mowing it and mowing it and mowing it until the centipede comes in and chokes everything else out. Let me find a spot of centipede. So it's coming in on the hill a little more, and this pad up here a little bit better, because it was about 3 months since I spread this. But you can see here, so this is the centipede seed here, or centipede grass coming up, and these are weeds, you know, coming up around it, but you can see how it's crawling. So it'll start to crawl and it'll just spread and it'll choke everything out. So all these weeds will get choked out. As long as I keep mowing it, the centipede will take over and choke it out. So instead of trying to come through here and pull all these weeds out by hand, I'm just going to keep mowing it. And you just want to help the centipede along and let the centipede do the work. Some areas like on this slope here where I can't mow, it's a big problem. I have to go in and weed whack it and pull the weeds in. It's a lot of work. So back to the spreader here. So I'm gonna kind of show you one other negative thing I don't like. It won't open up enough for big seed. So I spread a bunch of ryegrass seed down when I spread the centipede seed here a while back, and it won't open up enough. So it takes a while to spread seeds that are pretty big. So you want to be aware of that. And the spread is not very wide, not as wide as it should be. So that's the downside to the Solo, but so far it's been working great. I like it. If you got a big area, I do recommend this Solo seed spreader. So let's get this all set up and ready to go, and let's get to spreading some seed. So this is how it works. It just goes around your neck. If you got a lot of heavy seed, you want to be careful. I usually just kind of bear hug it here and then spread it this way. So it works pretty good, but you have a lot of control in where it's spreading, and you know, being able to just walk around and get tough areas compared to something you pull behind an ATV. I think this is a lot better. You have a lot more control. So I like using this here. Downside to this seed here is there's no coating, there's no color to it, so it's really hard to see it. You actually can't even see it get spread, but I put my hand in front of it and try to feel how much is getting spread. The positive I like about it, I don't have to wear a mask. So if you got coated seed and you're spreading it like this, there's that clay dust that's going to be blowing all over the place when you're spreading, and I'd recommend wearing a mask. So I don't like wearing a mask when I'm working, so again, I like the uncoated seed. Works better, and you do get a lot more seed for your money. All right, so now that I spread the seed, I'm gonna go and spread on a few other areas, but this is the secret here. If you're gonna reseed a lawn, and here's the problem, you're supposed to rake it in. Now you can't rake it in when you got grass already growing. I mean, you're just gonna tear up the ground. There's no way to do it. So the secret is to get a lawn roller and roll it in, and you're gonna push the seeds into the dirt, and that's key. If you don't do that, most of the seeds aren't going to sprout. You want to get it into the dirt, and the only way to do it when you already have grass growing is to use the lawn roller. All right, so let's go get the mower, hook up the roller, and get rolling. Okay, I want to show you guys the centipede grass that's coming in on the areas that I put down about a year ago, and how it's coming in. So this is a slope here, and you can see what it does. It's taking over the slope, looks really good. It's covering everything really well, really thick here, choking out all the weeds. And you can see up here, it's coming in nice. There's a little patchy areas here where there's not much dirt, but it's still gonna come in. And you can see here, coming in great. And again, it's covering the slope, and it's gonna stay really low on the slope. So you can see here, it'll grow only about 4 inches tall, and it'll choke everything out. Grows really slow, but once it comes in, it does its job really well. So that's the goal here for the rest of the property. And when it's taken over, it's gonna look really nice. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be like a park up here. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys that. Now back to it. Okay, so before I was gonna seed this, I came and mowed it just to get the weeds down before they start sprouting seeds. And I gotta go pull all the slope here, all the weeds on the slope. But I got stuck in the mud, so I gotta pull myself out. Look at this. Oh man. I'm stuck pretty hard there. So I'm gonna pull myself out with the side by side. Oh man, that's funny. trying to mow the slope here, this little slope I haven't gotten to yet. And there is kind of a channel here, a drainage ditch on the side, and it's soft right there. I gotta fix that spot. I already mowed this area, but it's pretty steep, and this I gotta be careful with as well. I don't think I'll be able to mow this. It's pretty soft right there. I got kind of an artesian spring coming out of the ground here. You can see the channel it cut, and it's flowing this way on this side. Okay, back to mowing, and then I can go grab the roller and we can start rolling the areas here that I see. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get here. I can't get that last spot, it's too muddy. All right, so I got most of the slope. Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I'm gonna get back to seeding and start rolling. Okay, I was on the mower mowing and it's dumping right now. So, got rained out, so I'm gonna have to continue this tomorrow. Oh, just a flash flood came. I mean, there's water flowing pretty hard already, and it's only been about 3 minutes since it started dumping. But I can't finish it today. I was mowing the upper yard up there. I'm almost done, but not done yet. And I didn't get the rolling yet, so I gotta finish mowing the rest of it, and then I'm gonna bust out the roller and start rolling. But not in this weather. I mean, you can see the drainage ditch is flowing. It's flowing hard already. The water comes down fast here. We got flash floods all the time, especially this time of year. So I will continue tomorrow, and I'll talk to you guys then. Now I got a spot to hook it up. Ooh, slugs. Okay, So it is full of water. It's pretty heavy. Works good though. It'll also push a lot of the small rocks into the yard and smooth it out a bit. So it's nice. It's kind of a 2-for-1 special I got going on here. So I was gonna roll it anyway, so I decided to wait till I reseed it and then roll it at that time, so I can push the seeds down and push the high spots down and all the small rocks into the yard. Okay, let's get this thing attached. All right, I got it on. It's ready to go. All right, let's do some rolling. Okay, I'm done with this section. So you can see there's an artesian spring right in this spot right here. You can see how muddy it is. So it's seeping out right here. I gotta fix that. I'll probably bring some gravel or some cinder mix and add it to that spot and try to eliminate that softness in there and just kind of pack it in. Okay, let's get up to the other spots. So soft here. And this stuff is slick. Let's see how squishy it is. Alright, let's see. Might have to just avoid this section here. I was trying to get a cane toad at the end over there, trying to squash them. Okay, I'm having a little bit too much fun mud bogging over here. So this thing's gonna need a bath after I'm done. Alright, I'm gonna get to these. I'm not gonna bore you with that. I'll kind of just show you towards the end, and we'll kind of end it. Something cool. Check it out. Okay, I'm done rolling. I decided to roll the big patch as well. Only back down, but it's raining again. So I'm gonna take a little break. Okay, I'm gonna wash her up real quick, and I think I blew the seals on the axle in the back. Bunch of grease coming out in the back by the axles. I have to wipe it all up, but that's a bummer. Guess it wasn't handling this in the rough terrain, so we'll see. We'll see what I gotta do to it. I'll take a look at it once I clean it up. Okay, so this is a little tip here. I use just gloves to wipe it down, and I don't even need a sponge. I can kind of wipe all the dirt off as I'm spraying it, so it's an easy, quick way to do it. Okay, so the reason why I'm not pressure washing it is it's just not big enough to bust out the pressure washer for that, and I don't want to mess anything up with the pressure washer. So some parts on here are a little fragile. You can pressure wash it, but again, it's just not worth breaking it out. Just gonna kind of rinse it off. So I already had this thing break on me, and I repaired it. You can see here I had to put some straps. It had a crack in there. I think I was just being a little too aggressive and I hit something with it. But yeah, I guess it's not meant for farm use or just lawns. Almost there. After I'm done, I'll try to grease it up and check out those bearings and see what's up with them. Okay guys, I need some help here. If anyone knows the problem to my mower, so I'll kind of go over what happened. So when I parked it, there was a bunch of grease in the back and a bunch of grease all in here on the axle, and a bunch of grease. You can see some of the grease still on the tire. I mean, it was caked up everywhere. It was all in here in the rim. I'm thinking a seal blew, but it was on both sides, so I'm not sure if both sides went out because of the roller with all the weight in the back. But if someone could help me out with that, that'd be awesome. I'm not too familiar with these, and I mean, I'm thinking a seal blew, but I mean, I can't really tell. I can't get in there. I'd have to take the wheel off, but I'm not sure how so much grease came out. So I don't know if there's something else that could have happened. But if you guys, again, if you guys got any tips or ideas on what that could be, that'd be awesome. I'd love to know. I don't see any grease fittings or anything, so I'm thinking some seal broke. But yeah, I'm just gonna run it. But we'll see see what you guys come up with, and I'll go from there. I'm gonna grease the front axles and all that, and I guess that's pretty much it. Okay, so I might have found the problem. Let me see if I can show you guys under here. So this thing is loose, and this screw is loose. Not sure what that is. Something to do with the transmission or the drivetrain. So I'm gonna tighten that up, and hopefully that fixes it. But a lot of grease came out, so something is up under here. I gotta check that out. Ooh, it was starting to squeak, so it definitely needed some grease. So wipe that off. Okay, so I tightened the screw, and I'm not sure if that's going to do anything or not, but it was having a hard time going into reverse. It was like it wasn't catching, so that little, it looked like the gear drive that engages reverse and forward. So I tightened that up, and let's see how it goes. I'm going to grease these Zerk fittings here. Yeah, okay, so it looks like that's it. Okay, it definitely engages into reverse a lot better now. So I think I fixed it, but I'm thinking still there's some seals that went bad, and that's where all the grease came from. I'm hoping it was to do with that loose screw, but I doubt it. So yeah, I'm just gonna run it some more and see if there's more grease coming out, and if it is, then I'm gonna get it off the ground and check it out. Talk to you guys in the next one.